Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Indigo Tarot Odyssey. I hope you guys are all having a pleasant week. So what we're going to do today is, what can I expect this summer? What changes are coming? What new opportunities are coming? I know there is a dynamic wave of love force and soulmates coming. Late summer is especially saturated with these soul divine love matches coming in. I'm so excited for everybody. So let's see what's coming in. But remember, you guys, this is really, really important in terms of conveying to the universe that you have gratitude for what you already have, and the completion of a love cycle and the deliverance of it is all really bound up in your positive thoughts and affirmations about, you already feeling fulfilled and grateful, right? So let yourself know there's nobody better than yourself. You're enough. You are getting better every single day. You are absolutely an amazing person. All of your problems have solutions. Today, if called upon, you can be a leader. Forgive yourself for your mistakes. Your challenges are going to help you grow. You're perfect just the way you are. Today is going to be a great day. You're going to have courage and confidence. And most importantly, you can control your own happiness. I have to remind myself this continually. I'm quite a morning person if I have time to myself to, light a candle, relax, start my day quietly. But as of late, I have to get up early and bring Hagen to school because of his knee. And as soon as I start to anticipate traffic and people driving like crazy hobgoblins on crack cocaine, I get like all stirred up, you know what I mean? And then I think, oh, when I stop for breakfast, there's going to be this and that. But let me share something with you. Like this morning, I don't know where I felt rushed and I had a hard time getting in this parking lot. So I go in there and we have a large, Spanish retinue of people that hang out in front of certain areas of our stores, looking for landscaping work and all this stuff. And at any given time in front of Dunkin' Donuts or any of those places, there's 10 to 15 people and they just hang out, they wait. It's by the highway. And I don't know why, but I all of a sudden got this attitude and I was like, really? Do they have to block the doors? And I was being all impatient and like just thinking all these thoughts and one of the guys stepped right up and opened the door for me. And then when I was leaving, they opened the door for me and they smiled and they looked so genuinely sweet. And then I realized what it is that started to bother me. Being an empath, I don't like to think anybody feels lack mentality. And it was raining today and I thought, they're hungry, they're cold, and it's got to hurt their pride and ego to have to stand out and wait to be selected for certain jobs. And like right away, I wanted to run in and just get a bunch of gift certificates from the restaurant and just hand them out, and I have to stop myself from doing that. That's often why I don't stop at these places, because I'm very charitable and I don't like to see that. But I was like, you have medical expenses and a mortgage, you got to calm down. But it was one of those things, and they were so sweet and thoughtful, and I was like, see, that's what you have to look for. That's how you control your own happiness. Expect somebody to open that door and have that be on your gratitude list, that people still do those little beautiful things. It was really thoughtful. So, and also today you're going to work through any fears. Fears, I feel, are projections into the future that don't belong there, because we really don't know the outcome of anything. So why are we wasting our time, right? Let's get realistic about things and be normal. So let's start with what's going on here. We have a 3-card choice right here. Number 1 is I am blessed. Number 2 is Seasons of the Heart. And number 3 is Sea of Love. So I'll let you make your choice. And then we'll start and we'll see what's going to go on for you this summer. I anticipate so much loveliness this summer. Just people being relaxed with lots of positive thoughts and feelings. People open and ready to learn. People really believing in themselves and their abilities. I love that aspect that's coming in, because that's very important. In fact, after this all got typed out, I put this on Instagram. I'd love it if you come see me at Instagram. I'm on Sparkrist11. I do postings every day of positive affirmations, pictures, funny, crazy memes about crystals, and just humorous things to lighten the load. But it's a beautiful tribe over there. Again, at Sparkrist11. We have so much fun, and the people are so crazy, and I really enjoy it. And it just is a reminder that when we look for the right things in life, positive and things that affirm why we're here and we can do anything we put our mind to, it really switches a channel in our mind that lets us know, hey, life can be pretty cool and relaxed if we let it, right? Okay, so now we're going to start with number 1 right here. I am blessed. So this says a circumstance or situation in your life right now that seems unfair to you may actually be a blessing in disguise. A natural state of balance and justice exists in our world. The universal principle of complementary opposites known as yin and yang interwoven into the universal law of cause and effect keep all in life in perfect balance. Through frustration, though frustrating, the present circumstances is steering you towards your higher purpose, and what unfolds is a feeling of fulfillment and happiness. At present, you cannot see the blessing, so you must be patient. Something beautiful will soon manifest. Surrender any feelings of resentment or frustration and just trust. All is unfolding in the most perfect way for you and those around you. Plant little seeds of love and faith right now and reap the blessed harvest in months to come. I'll give you a slight example. My son dislocated his knee the other day, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is going to be so many, therapeutic sessions, all the doctor trips, forget about the expense, is going to be exorbitant. But then I calmed down. I realized, well, this can happen in the school, so that they were going to pitch in at the financial end. This is happening, that. And then all of a sudden I realized this is really a nice bonding experience because I'm driving him more places. We stop at restaurants and get funny things to eat and drink and talk, and we get to have nice dialogue and spend time together, and that's important to me. And I'm realizing it is a blessing in disguise because I can also show my love for him by helping him any way, shape, or form. That bell that I was ringing the other day that I love, I gave that to him in his room so he could ring it when he needs help. And I get to just baby him a little bit, where normally he's like, I got everything, I can bring him his special drinks, and I have to actually put his shoe on his leg that has a brace, things like that. That when we look for it to be frustrating or tough, it can, but when we look for it to be a blessing, it can also be that as well. So one of your messages right now is, let it shine, let your personality shine. Peacock Spirit is about having you in all your beautiful colors and glory and your abilities. I feel that you do have some abilities and you kind of put them on the back burner because you don't want to be the one that's garnering attention or pulling attention from other people. Let yourself shine. It makes you feel really good when we're all given these great God-given abilities, and when we only compare ourselves to ourselves, we're not saying, oh, we're going to suffer by comparison to this person over here, or we're going to leave this person in our shadow over there. It's not about that. There is enough for everybody in way, shape, and form. It doesn't matter if you're in the same business, if you're, in the same family, whatever it is. There is always enough because everybody's abilities and life are individual to that person, right? And it's funny how many different choices are out there for everybody, and the different tastes, different things apply. Like, for instance, in my business, there are thousands and thousands of tarot readers, and some of them I absolutely enjoy. I enjoy a slower cadence, a lovely voice, people that are positive and uplifted, and I can also tell who's tuned into spirit. I just can by looking at them and feeling from them the way they act physically. All of that, like Divine Miracles. She's so lovely. If you guys haven't seen Divine Miracles, please go see her. She is lovely and grounded and together. And people like my buddy Cherry, she is a lovely, wistful, she's like a Palladian spirit too. She definitely has that light fairy-like aspect to her where she looks for the positive. But she's a lovely, delicate, feminine energy, which I love. I'm a little more masculine just because of the way I've been brought up. But it's like I love very feminine ladies. They're so cute, and I feel very protective of them. And I feel like Divine and Cherry are very similar to that. So, and it's funny how when we exert a little more feminine energy, how people come to be a little more helpful. I'll give you an example. When I wear a dress, so many more people open my door or carry my bags or do certain things like that. It's very unique, and we quiet down. It's very unusual. But this is talking about just give yourself permission to make choices for you to be able to shine when you feel like you want to shine. You just walk through those fears. Your best is your best. You're accepting who you are, and you choose to be confident. That's the big thing. Peacock Spirit is all about confidence. Like, look at these feathers, man. Look at these abilities. Look at these words that I understand and know. Look at these gifts and creativity that I have flowing from me. All of that. Really let yourself shine. And that's going to be happening this summer. And you're going to feel great about it because you're not going to feel like you have to hide any of your abilities. You're just going to be out there and you're going to glow. Oh my gosh, of course this came up. Yeah, it's a new, fresh aspect to you where you're like, you know what? I've got this. I can discard any of that questioning of my beliefs of who I am and where I'm going, because the universe is giving you this fresh insight, this white beaming light that says, you know what, follow your bliss. That's what this summer is about. Go to the water, go swimming, go water skiing, go surfing, lay on a chaise lounge all day and read a book. And don't worry, just release all of that so the love, the light, and the calmness can flow to you, and you're really going to get beautifully attached to that. And you're going to feel good, and you're going to have, and it's funny, when you're doing that, all your problems, you can find resolution so quickly in a relaxed state. I'm serious, when we try to force our mind or we're hurried, just think when you're running out the door and you're looking for keys and everything else, that's not a problem solving ability time. However, when you're just laying out in the sun, it's like right before you go to bed or right before you wake up, don't you get all these fantastic ideas? That's because your brain is restful. And this is when these Ace of Cups moments are going to come in, this beautiful rush of energy and fantastic ideas, and your self-worth, I feel like, rate too, is going to go up. Your talents and your capabilities are also going to be enhanced this summer, and you're not going to undervalue yourself anymore. You're going to be stepping into your power, and repeat affirmations as often as you want to that says, I am golden light, I am divine love, I have infinite worth, I am a channel through which gold river of life flows. All those things. I am worthy of love, because you are, and it's all going to be arriving at your doorstep this summer, and you're going to feel great. You're going to feel the warm embrace and companionship of others and spirit as well. So beautiful energy, group one. I really love that for you. Love and light to you. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to press like and subscribe, and all my links are down below if you would like a private read. If you need any questions about anything, my Etsy store is down there, Patreon page that helps support the channel, and I have fun courses over there. That's a unique tribe. It's really, really beautiful, and just everything. Go check it out in the Goddess Provisions box. It's pretty cool this month as well. So that's you guys. Oh, I love that energy for you. So now we're going to start with Seasons of the Heart. Let's see what that has to say. I really like, if you guys are curious about those, it's actually The Wisdom of the Golden Path by Tony Carmine Salerno. Really beautiful, these cards. And I find the messages very restful, beautiful, and I love it. And I've got to say, initially when I saw this too, I'm drawn so heavily to anything that is Easternly. I love Eastern artwork. I love Eastern influences. I love anything to do with geishas and their medicine, of course. Wow. I mean, just their natural, holistic approach to health is beautiful as well. So let's see what Seasons of the Heart has to say. Spring, summer, autumn, winter, so on and so forth. It goes on forevermore. Accept the changing seasons of your life. There is no need to fear, for your life is simply evolving in accordance with the will of nature and the divine will of your soul. So trust in the flow and know that the universe is a loving and benevolent force. Like nature, your life, it has a continuous cycle of change. So every season is different. It holds its own particular beauty as well. Each season has its challenges, just the way it is in life. It's good times and it's sad times. This is simply the way of life. At times we may be required to let something go. At such times, surrender whatever it is with grace and trust. Okay, for nothing is ever truly lost. And what is meant for you is never going to pass you by. It's absolutely going to come to you. All exists eternally within our heart, and our heart understands the true essence. It's immortal, it's eternal. So life's continuous cycle of change is going to unfold daily, right? And that's what we need. And some affirmations that are really good for this is, I accept the changing nature and seasons of life. I trust that all is a blessing. All is held eternally within my heart. Sometimes if we're having a really great time, have you ever had that you're having such a good time that all of a sudden your brain clicks in and it gets mad because it doesn't want it to end? Say you're at some event or something and you're like, oh my gosh, this has to come to an end, and you start to get in a bad mood because you're having such a good time and it has to end, right? Our brain cells and our pleasure centers are always want prolonged gratification, right? It wants to have a good time all the time. It's just those pleasure centers, like you're eating something. Often that's why we overeat something. It makes us feel good, relax, it tastes incredible, right? And we can overindulge. But that's what makes it so wonderful, is we don't do it continually. It's a treat, right? It's like, yeah, I love sleep, but if I slept all the time, I would be not existing in the world. You know what I mean? It's those things that we have to remind ourselves of, for sure. So let's see what your animal spirit has to tell you. Yay, you have the white raven spirit. I love this. Trust in the magic. This is about knowing that good things are always going to come to you no matter what, because you matter, and that every day is a fresh start. Every day is literally a miracle. It's almost like we have a mini death when we go to sleep and we wake up, boom, we're reborn. We have a choice that day to do anything, to be a leader, to know that we can be the person who reaches all our goals and dreams, that we can do better on this day than we did before if stuff went south, right? That we have everything we need right now, that we are capable of so much. And I usually wake up and I'm like, today I choose, to be gracious and calm. I never really have challenges in the confidence sector. I've always just been confident because I know my direction. I've always had a true north compass that, like, listen, I know I'm well intentioned, and the only reason I do anything is for the benefit of everybody who's around me, because I love that energy and I feed off that. If I'm ever like unpleasant or short, like I shoot a dirty look, that affects me way more than the other person. I don't like that kind of energy. And I'll only do that if somebody is entirely vicious or a narcissist. Sometimes they have to be shut down, but I don't like that. I get residue with that energy. So we just realize that our positive thoughts create positive feelings, right? And know that we are divinely guided and directed in every way, shape, or form. It's miraculous. It really is. I mean, let me give you an example. This morning, I always hear this in my car. I ask Archangel Michael every morning, please protect me in my vehicle. Everybody in my city is out to kill everybody, and I would like to live. And they all drive crazy and they cut each other off. So when I was driving this morning, I always hear when I'm on the road to, slow down, stop. And I heard just look right. And this guy blew through all these lights, and I had stopped, even though it was a green light on our side. People were honking at me, and I knew intrinsically to stop. And this guy blew through lights, and it would have been like he would have smashed onto my driver's side. I hear these things continually. I mean, every day in some way, shape, or form, I am helped out by divine guidance. And I stop and I say a little prayer. Thank you, Archangel Michael, and thank you everything and everybody for this. And I love this. We are whole. We have to remind ourselves today we choose to make a difference where we can by accepting who we are and our God-given gifts, and that we can do anything we want whenever we want. Look, you have the beautiful Princess of Wands energy. I love it. That reminds me of the Queen in Braveheart. I loved, I think it was, I'll remember her name. It begins with an A, but I like that actress. But when we have the Princess of Wands, I love that attitude, because basically it's saying, I know who I am. I have purpose. I'm moving forward with passion. And, it's like having humor, beauty, great health, glowing, an established foundation with yourself, understanding of who you are, clarity of where you want to be, right? And again, when you wake up, say, today I just choose to believe in myself and my abilities. I can do anything I want. I don't have to hurry. I don't have to rush for anyone. And I sure as hell don't have to prove myself to anybody. I've been really lucky since, quite a few years ago, I just hit that beautiful finish line of, I don't have to prove myself to anybody. I'm a good person. I always try. I do what I say I'm going to do. I'm honest. And I really will give my all to make people feel better about life and their life purpose. So I don't feel that need. So in any way, shape, or form, if I ever get a comment that's weird or whatever, it's like, it doesn't. I'm bulletproof, and I feel like you can make yourself that way too by knowing it's really you're under no obligation to explain yourself to anybody, your actions or anything. And oftentimes what happens, families are nosy. I'm lucky. I don't have family breathing down my neck continually. They're all over the world, so they're not that close by, and they're pretty chill friggin' people anyway. But some people have very nosy, close family members or too many friends. I'm very selective in my friends just because my life requires a lot of alone time. I have like two best buddies, Jeannie and Eleni, and Eleni's not even in the state anymore. But you know what I mean? It's like, I'm just one of those people where it's like, I don't want to be surrounded by people unless I can care for them, or when they ask, do you want to get together? I can say yes in a moment. And if you have 20, 30 people around like that, how are you going to get things done? I could happily be on the earth alone and not have a problem with that. Although I got to say, I'm a very girly girl. I love women, and I think they are so wonderful, and they make me laugh, and I love their resilience, their sense of humor. And it all stems from my mom. My mom was such a shining, beautiful example of how to care for other people. And, she would be out there finding people jobs, giving them rides, doing all these nice things. And I remember I'd be anywhere, and people would be like, are you Susan's daughter? And they'd tell me stories of her. I'm like, what the hell? She did that? And I was like, when does she sleep? You know what I mean? I'm like, no wonder she's hot. high half the time. She loved her some Smokies in the day, but I could see why. It was like, wow, and yeah, she would do an immense amount of stuff for people, and she set a beautiful example. And I was like, you know what, one day when I'm in the position to do that, I will certainly do that as well. And I feel like this summer, you're going to be in a position to help a few people. You're going to have that princess, anybody who's moving up in those higher realms, princess, queen, empress, any of those things, that means you're in a position to give. And, I feel like it's our karmic duty to give. When we have the finances, when we have the time, abilities, education, and answers to give to people, we should. Why the hell would you? What are you going to do with your time? Go shopping? I mean, let's be realistic here. I don't understand people that have all these resources and they just hoard them. It's insane. But you are ready to give, and it's going to really lift you and make you feel good. So I love that energy for you. So love and light to you. We are now going to go on to group 3. But again, if you're new to the channel, thank you. Don't forget to press like and subscribe. And all my links are down below for anything that you need. Any of my reads, anything that you need is down there. Now, Sea of Love, if they're not up right away, they'll be under all my other videos. So let's see what's going on Sea of Love. I gotta speed up a little bit because this only goes. Okay, so bless your past, let it go, and embrace the present. This card signifies positive change, which comes through releasing negative feelings associated with your past. So your feelings of guilt and regret are going to stem from misconceived ideas or notions that you had acted, or if you had acted or chosen differently, the past things may have turned out better in the future. Yet, thinking this way, you fail to see the positive effects of the past actions that you've had on yourself and others. Everything is a learning curve, and from a soul level, nothing is a mistake. In fact, there's no such thing on a higher level of everything that happens to you serves a purpose for you, okay? So focus on the power of now, bless and release the past, and then you're going to, be moving forward. So here is your animal card. There is always enough. So Koi Fish Spirit lets us know that there isn't a lack. If your neighbor has a bigger house, that doesn't mean that you can't have whatever you want whenever you want. It's our choice. It's how we set our goals, which direction we go in, and what we want to achieve that we can do. I never compare myself with anybody else but myself, because I have certain gifts and abilities that other people can't even come close to, and then other people have certain gifts and abilities that I can't even come close to. Like I can't run for whatever reason. I mean, I can run, but not long distances. It's like my knee starts to hurt and I hate it. And I'm so jealous of people that can run, things like that. You know what I mean? We all have individual everything. So when we realize that, we know that whatever we have is enough, and we can always add to it. There are always books, lessons, and the internet to learn anything in the world we choose at any given time, which is really, really nice to know, right? And look at this. Yeah, you have the Ace of Pentacles. That's crazy. So your summer is about getting some money. You have an idea that's going to become recognized. You're going to branch out, probably be on the internet or something, maybe YouTube, anything. You're going to be starting your own business or a little sideline, and it is going to do spectacularly well. So those are all the messages that just came through really, really strong and fast for you guys, because your positive thoughts are going to create positive feelings, and you're going to get positive results. You're accepting who you are. You're going for it. You know you can do better every time you try again. You have belief in your goals and dreams. You're going to stand up for everything you believe in, and it's going to push you right to that finish line. So beautiful energy. Love and light to you guys. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to press like and subscribe, and all my links are down below.